and also pretty good against Centaur. Life Stealer is still available in this pool, though. Would they run it in this scenario? It's not exactly strong.
But I think this is the maybe hero, right? That's the thing. I don't remember seeing maybe really play Lone Druid. It doesn't feel like his style. You really want maybe on that like space making hero, so we'll have to see. Yeah, there's the Ember Spirit. So there's the Ember up against the TA. Ame will be playing the Lone Druid up against the Centaur. And this is something that I like a lot better. Is okay. FY Rubik first off. Thank you.
This is exactly what you wanted to see.
I like Ember into TA if the Ember feels more confident, right? Like 2 equally skilled players playing Ember TA, I would favor the TA. But if you, no disrespect to Fada, but I think mechanically laning speaking, maybe is going to have that advantage. So when you put him on that Ember Spirit, there's a lot of outplay potential, and if you shut down that TA in lane, you know, TA is a snowball hero. It's not really the, you know, I'll just come back in the mid to late game. You can recover farm in stacks, but if your towers are getting pressured again by this early timing of the Lone Druid like we saw in last game, what's TA supposed to do once that Radiant Sphere comes online at like 15 minutes like we saw 33 do last game? She's gonna die. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna die.
Sorry, were you leaning in for my answer?
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was trying to let you speak, and then you left me hanging. So the answer was
I just like to do that.
Nah,
it's my favorite thing to do. I know you love it.
You're that guy that doesn't respond to the high fives in client, are you? You just kind of.
Oh no! I spam the hell out of those high fives in client. I'm the guy who like high fives at least 100 times before the game starts.
Okay.
And then during your whole entire laning phase, screwing up your last hitting. And my own last hitting, of course, too. So.
Well, of course.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be the same game if I didn't ruin my own last hits.
Okay. Another dire smoke. This time it's going to be Ninja's Pajamas going for the warding smoke.
Mm.
And
I
does not look like.
Nah. Nova doesn't see them. PPD might reveal pretty soon. Here he does, but just finds Nova on the side, so they get a roll in, actually. 3-3, pretty far away for the stun, though. Probably won't be able to get this kill.
The regen's coming in. 12 HP regen, guys. OS Frog, please.
It's real good.
30 seconds to
super good.
So the one big issue with LGD's draft that we didn't really talk about is look at their stuns. And by stuns, I mean it's Rubik Lift. That's it. They are 100% reliant on FY stealing either roll or preferably hoof stomp, and then using that in order to get a second stun.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it's the roots from Ember Spirit, roots from the Lone Druid, and a 2-second lift from Rubik. That is their stuns. So their initiation potential is very weak.
Mm-hmm. NIP confirming 3 runes again, just like in the previous game.
They've been very good about that all series.
Well, believe it or not, those bounding runes make a pretty significant difference. They don't look like they do on the surface when it comes to the initial money that comes in on the first wave, but when you look at it, the bounding runes could make a difference in a whole entire game.
Absolutely.
15-minute mark, those bounding runes are pretty huge.
Over the course of a game, if a team gets a 3-1 split every single time, that's if you have a 30-40 minute game, that's I think I did the math once, it's 3,000 net worth swing. Something crazy like that. It's a lot. And you'll see certain teams prioritize it more than others. And just Pajama is definitely one that prioritizes it.
Mm-hmm. So, where do you think our action will be in this game? Because I wanted to say it would be bottom, but yeah, mid probably has the most action because it's actually not the it's not Lone Druid mid. I like this mid lineup a lot better actually. I feel like Fado would be is a little bit happier with this one. He can tolerate it much easier.
I think maybe he's happier with it as well. They last picked his hero this game, whereas I think the Ember was a little earlier in the draft last time.
Nova in a bit of trouble. Stun goes out by 3-3 on the low. Still has 6 bonus retaliate damage coming in. And they do find the first blood. And 3-3 actually, I think he's... might be suiciding to the creeps here. Nah, he'll be fine. He's actually double stout shielded, so he'll be perfectly fine.
The double stout creep cutting meta, it's returned. Everyone's favorite.
And they still do a lot of... well, Axe doesn't really do it anymore, and you definitely do not do it on... I don't think I've actually seen them do it with the Darkseer. I don't think Darkseer does
not necessarily double stout, because you have Ion Shell, so you clear the creeps a little faster, but... I mean, he still cuts waves.
Well, it looks...
like go ahead.
Well, it looks like just both lanes will be doing their creep cutting. Chalice taking up the top lane as well. It's basically the offlaners are going to do the offlaner jobs and be really, really annoying. So, I hate it when it comes in my games. It happens a lot, believe it or not. And I love it when I see it happen in pro games, because then pro players know there's actually a problem with this, but, you know, not much you could do. At least it's not Darkseer. The Darkseer in the game is a little harder. Well, no, Darkseer's great. Like, Darkseer's fantastic. I'm just saying, like, in a pro game, Darkseer's really, really good in a pro game, because everybody knows how to actually play Darkseer.
Oh, as opposed to your pubs, where it's like, maybe this guy knows how to land vac wall.
Yeah, well, sometimes people don't know that Bristleback can easily go choke the creep wave and take it and walk into the jungle. A lot of people don't actually know how to do creep skipping.
It's fair. It's fair. So what you're telling me is that pro players are better than your random pubs.
Yeah, it's almost like they practice like all day. Come on, Forge. It's only 4 in the morning. Give me a break.
All right.
Fada in a bit of trouble. Refractions up and online though. PPD coming in for the heals. FY.
Well, 3 PPD actually.
Oh, actually, they got everything. DD rune activated on Abaddon, and well, Fada's not going to be able to get saved this time around. They did rotate 3 heroes into this one though, so top lane's going to have a little bit of free farm. Only for the time
but
being.
Chalice is actually going to get back in time for the wave. He lost 1 CS. He doesn't. That was a worthwhile rotation for him, honestly. Again, shut down the TA. Don't let her have a free game. Maybe going for this sweet plays, but don't know if we'll be able to make it.
Are they going to be able to get the Centaur down here? I mean, they've got 2 Chen creeps. They've got the Centaur stun as well. Actually, 3-3 is just getting destroyed by these creeps. Not dropping the Conqueror stun, though. Lift into the Centaur stun. He's got to walk around the tree if he wants to get away, but he's being body blocked fairly well, and we'll just go down to right clicks. Maybe. Nah, yeah, they get him. It was close.
That was close. This is going to be runes. It looks like 2-2s.
It'll be 2-2 this time, so no one absolutely dominating in the rune market today. Because last time it definitely was also a 3-1 in the favor of NIP at the 10-minute mark. So still, though, LGD's actually winning in the CS department.
Yeah, Ace is doing a pretty decent job on this troll, but Ame is destroying. He's all of this like running around that's been going on, the creep cutting and everything else. You know, he's just been hitting creeps. Druid is probably one of the best heroes to deal with the creep cutting meta because he just tanks it with the bear. You take no damage on your hero, so he's not worried about it. And now he's going for the kill potential on 3. He's got that root available.
He's just praying and hoping, but won't find it.
RNGesus has not favored him today.
I mean, it favored him when he hit the cannon, though. So yeah, it didn't favor him. That's the root of the explanation here.
Yeah. Mid lane, Ember. It looks like Ember's fall behind a little bit, but it's just because Fada's been jungling, so the CS numbers are a little bit inflated at this point. If you take a look at net worth, slight lead actually for fair, maybe. Nothing crazy.
3 heroes in the mid, though. They want to try to make a jump on Fada, but they're going to turn this around immediately as they do manage to push FY up to the hill. FY definitely going down here. PPD to claim the kill. Center ultimate being expended to get the confirmed kill on Fada, and Ember's trying to find somebody, but not able to find the Searing Chains, so...
Arcane Remember is just disgusting. Like, it's such good value. 24-second cooldown on your Flame Guard. You have very low cooldown on Sleight of Fist. I guess not quite as bad because it's only level 1.
PPD back in trouble again, looking for the deny, but FY is going to fade bolt him just in time. And Fada TPing in, that might not be great because the Arcane Rune is still active. Salve as well.
They are perfectly content. LGD is perfectly content with leaving Chalice to creep cut. Like, they know Ace is having a good start to the game, but Ame is rapidly approaching his Midas at 8 minutes. We've already got the Phase and the Glove of Haste, so it's just the 600 gold for the recipe now. And even though with the free farm that Ace has had, he's not gonna be able to keep up with this bear. He's going a fighting build, which is good at least. He's not going for like a greedy Battle Fury or anything. It's still gonna be a tough timing.
Mm-hmm.
Chalice just runs right into to Fada.
Ooh. Well, the good thing they forded that courier, actually. It's definitely the Quill Sprays would have killed it. Actually, 2 Quill Sprays would have killed it, but... Alright, well, it's 8 minutes in. I feel like I could switch to the net worth chart in confidence. It was still the same, basically, as we looked at the last, so... Ame still leading the top. Gonna go for the Midas. Troll's gonna go for the Diffusal first, so we're not gonna see, like, the S and Y first, or a farming item
he
first.
Just needs to fight. He just needs to fight. He needs to be ready as soon as the... I mean, as soon as anybody starts running at him, basically. He needs to be able to go. And it's... You know, LGD has some pretty mana-dependent heroes as well. It's not like they have a hero that doesn't really care. Like, sometimes you see, like, a Luna or PA, it's like, losing my mana kind of sucks, but I don't need it to survive. I'm still going to kill you. Whereas, like, Ember, Bristleback, yeah, you're going to get the Bristleback passive squills, but you still want your castables, and Ember really hates playing against Diffusal carriers. That mana brand sucks.
Ace being chased down underneath this tower. Just got 3 spikes. Yeah, he probably will have to ult here. I can't imagine there's any immediate save method. In fact, the creeps kill him. So there was nothing he really could have done there. He didn't want to burn that ultimate.
They just run away. It's...
Yeah. No creeps for him to, like, kind of disjoint off to. I mean, obviously, since he can't control it, it's not something he's going to be able to do, but still. Yeah, there's not really that much fun. So that'll be the big showing of what's going to happen every time Troll tries to do anything.
Fada's just on the rune. Ame lets him know that I see you. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for the rune snipe.
Oh, bear comes. Yeah, they get it. They sniped it, but it's still going to be a 2-2 even pickup. They can't snipe off the bear quick enough.
No. 2-2 is, again, it's better to do a split like that for ninjas than it is to give up that extra rune. So good play from Saksa, just securing that. It feels like a slow game still. Like, I'm just waiting for the go button basically from LGD right now. Nip's in full recovery mode. They've lost their safe lane tower, so Ace is unfortunately going to have to play in this very unsafe part of the map. You don't want to be playing top, but unfortunately 33 hasn't had this stellar game where he's able to make moves around the map, and TA's in recovery mode, so Ace is forced to play this top side of the map. They're going to actually have to give up this T2. They just can't defend it.
Well, even if they wanted to, there's 3 dominated centaurs that Chen's running around with.
That's the solution. If you don't draft stuns, just get Chen creeps.
I think Chen was also banned in first phase in the last game.
I think so.
So yeah, this is them not banning Chen first phase because they first picked the Chen. They definitely had ample opportunity to find out the right kind of counter to Chen, but maybe they weren't really expecting Nova to just run at them with 3 Centaurs.
He did die that once in bottom, but other than that, he's not incredibly farmed, but he's gonna have his medallion up. He's made space. That's all he needed to do. I have been a distraction. Welcome to my show.
Welcome to my show. 3 Centaurs and a guy on gorillas.
I mean, I was gonna make a terrible pun, but I'm gonna let that one go.
All right.
Just trust me that it was bad.
Yeah, no, I definitely trust you, 100%. Forge, I picked you for this very reason. I trust you. Don't worry.
Okay. You picked me for my puns. I take that as a compliment.
Sure. Picked you for your puns. Anyway.
All right.
12 minutes in, we're still seeing the Radiance build going to be the primary thing for the Lone Druid. It's nothing abnormal here. It's pretty standard to see this bad boy back down in bottom, though. We are seeing an engagement, and LGD's just walking down the lanes. They can't do anything about it.
For something out of the ordinary, actually.
Or going back to, well, I'd love to say we're going back to the magic build, but I think usually... No, 25 damage still with the magic build's not a bad idea, but...
Yeah.
I like the Veil. He's got like really weak damage at the very beginning of the game. However, he didn't go Searing Chains, so that's
you don't need it. The reason you get Veil is for the Flame Guard. Flame Guard is your high DPS spell. The chains is just to keep them in the Flame Guard. But when you have an Abaddon backing you up, it doesn't really make sense to max the chains because it's just going to get purged off anyway. So he goes for this high Flame Guard build, which is also good against the TA, and then this Sleight of Fist that you can still, be elusive and dodge in and around. Now you go back for this Veil to amp up the magic damage. It's also going to amp up the damage that the Radiance is going to do. The Rubik, it's actually a very good Veil game.
LGD, they're smoked up in the back lines, trying to find maybe a pick off here, but maybe also doing some warding. Courier comes in. Nah, there's no wards on the Courier, so... Purely a gank attempt, as well as Divine Favor TPing somebody in. They do bring in the Ember Spirit. They want to get the kill on Ace. They find the root. The Lift will follow suit, trying to get him onto the Centaurs, but they throw in the Magnetize from Soxka. And, he's dead. There's not much they could do. They tried to get him out with the Centaur ult, but he's not getting out of that one. And now they're just going to walk through mid. They got another stun available.
It feels like game 1, but in reverse. Where now it's just LGD with this massive army. Before it was the Eidolons, now it's the Chen Creeps, and then the Bear. Bear doesn't even have Radiance yet.
Yeah, he's already just whacking down these towers pretty good. They will start to leave. PPD maybe trying to find a pick off, but not really going to be able to find one. Diffusal Blade. Ace not really finding a pick off on that one either. I guess Chalice is the only target they could really get, and they don't really want to fight Chalice, because he still is a very strong boy. In fact, he's got a Crimson Guard, so...
the Centaur stuns. They're just trying to chase him. Every time they go for it. Just another Centaur came in. They will get runes.
I was going to say, they do find the stomp on Chalice, but nothing you could really do about that.
And finally, 3 runes for LGD. 6k net worth advantage at 15 minutes. And a very, very tanky Bristle Boy.
Oh. Yeah, second in the net worth chart. He's going to go for the Heaven's Halberd. Phase Boots, then the Heaven's Halberd, most likely.
Yeah.
So, very, very easy game for Chalice. He's 1-0 with 116 CS as well. Not leading the net worth, but he's tied up with the Lone Druid. Or tied up with the Lone Druid. If he was tied up with the Lone Druid, I'd be concerned. Yeah, tied up with the Troll. Well, it can happen.
Remember the old Radiance Octarine build? Those were cancer days.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people still go for that, but yeah. That was in the pro scene when they did that, and Octarine was like the go-to item for the Bristleback. Now, Radiance isn't really much of the go-to item for a lot of heroes nowadays, but it's really just like... What, there's like maybe a pool of 3, 4-ish total heroes that go for Radiance almost every time?
Alk,
Lone Druid,
Lifestealer.
Lifestealer. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's okay.
There was a time where it was the Ember Spirit.
You still see it occasionally in Ember. Like it's not uncommon, but definitely not the every time pickup that it can sometimes be.
Anyway, easy Roshan for LGD. We're gonna clean up this bad boy, no problem. Just get bashed up.
The other thing too, I'm looking at NIP's draft, and I talked about this in game 1 and a little bit earlier in the draft, but look at the damage types again. It's all the physical damage. The only magic damage really that they have to worry that LGD has to worry about in these team fights is Soxa, and Soxa's level 7, so he's not really gonna be doing that much. Even the Rubik, Rubik and Chen are both higher level than him. So once this mech comes online, there just isn't really a whole lot of damage on NIP. You've already got a Crimson, and a Medallion. 2 Medallions, actually. The Heaven's Albert is going to be coming out soon to negate, just completely delete either TA or Troll from a fight, depending on which you want. There's just not going to be a whole lot of damage to threaten either this Ember, or this Bristle, or this Lone Druid.
NIP TPing back. Yeah, it's gonna be, there's not really much they'll be able to do. It's exactly a complete repeat of the last game, just switched on sides.
Yeah.
So
no racks at this point though.
Yeah, the first racks were already down. So
yeah. To NIP's credit, they are holding a little bit better. There's a higher threat.
God, it feels weird to see it bad with no ultimate at 9. They do find the lift on the Troll. He's dead immediately. Ace with buyback available. They're going to have to do it. They drop the ultimate out from the Centaur. Now we have PPD's ultimate being spec'd up and active, and it's not really going to do much. Nova goes down. They find the kill on Fada. 3-3 being chased away ever so slowly. The double edge stolen from the Rubik. And Ame might be the only kill that could be happening here. Ace really looking for a net, but just couldn't find any nets from his ult. Now he pops his ultimate down onto Chalice. TA buys back as well. There's the lift coming out from the Rubik, delaying the ultimate time for as long as possible. There's another shield. Ace really just trying to find a kill, but he just gets quick down, and that's a dieback. 70 seconds without your Troll. And not to mention, we have buyback on Fada as well. He just can't get caught out. If he does, that's game.
That is a perfect example of literally what I was just talking about. That was a Thracian, full 7 stone magnetize from Soxa. Like, he did everything he possibly could in that fight. And I think the Chen died. Maybe the Rubik died. They just didn't have any damage. Yeah, they burst Ace at the start of the fight, but even once he buys back and he gets in there, all of these armor items coming out, and the lack of diversity and damage from NIP means that they just stand there. They just fight them. There's no threat on LGD right now. Didn't even burn the Aegis on Ember Spirit.
LGD looking to claim the next set of barracks here. Well, not the next set of barracks, but they're looking to claim a set of barracks because they technically didn't take both sets. They do have an engagement going in, but the Centaur stop immediately finds a double kill and triple going down.
Yeah,
the NIP are done. They dropped the GG. 20 minutes. Faster than the NIP game.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't win with a buyback and your TA hitting every